All right. We are here in match 5 on the play with Rug Delver. That hand's a keep. Hopefully we're going to ride this hand all the way to the proverbial bank. Not that we're actually going to get any rewards from this league because we're currently 1-3, which is very unfortunate. But what are you going to do? We're still going to try to win. Because, I mean, that's what we do here. We make the plays that we think are good. Technically, the highest EV play in this match is scooping immediately, because it means we don't spend time not winning, not going 3-2 or better. But that doesn't include the EV of getting better at Magic and actually enjoying playing, so naturally there's no way we're just going to scoop. 1-3 for the first time ever. Very, very unenjoyable record. That's what I have to say. But hey, that one was a very good one. Forget the other 3. You guys remember that one? That was a good time. I'm going to shock here. Get a breeding pool. I want Serum Visions to be very good. If the opponent's on burn, we bolt their 1-drop. And we snare their 2-drop, so that's fine. I kind of want this third land because it means we're going to go Goyf into Goyf plus Delver, or possibly some interaction in there. The Delver of Secrets can stay too, just in case I don't crack the Misty. Let's see what the opponent's on. It's a Polluted Delta. We're going to shock here. Keep the Delver on top of our deck. If the opponent has a Snare or a Push, that's probably fine because we have 2 more threats. Well, we have 2 in hand, 1 on top of the deck. We have a lot of threats. Lot of threats. Looks like a Thought Scour. It's a Thought Scour. Terminate hit the bin. So did Fatal Push. That's good for us. Unless they just have a Snapcaster Mage and they're actually just looking to flashback removal. Probably Grixis Death Shadow. Tarmogoyf's pretty good against them. This is probably a Delve threat. They're paying costs. Smells like Delve. Probably a Tasigur. It's a Tasigur. How big can we make this? Not big enough. The opponent delving everything very strongly suggests that they don't have a Snapcaster Mage. Let's draw Delver of Secrets. I don't think I'm going to cast a Delver of Secrets, though. I'm more interested in holding up Spell Snare here. We can snare a Snapcaster Mage, which is probably something we want to do. Them delving away the entire graveyard suggested that they didn't have the Snapcaster Mage, but they have a Fatal Push anyway, so who knows? And since we are going to be the beatdown sooner or later in this matchup, I would like to have as many threats intact as we can. That means stopping their interaction. So I would rather snare a Snapcaster Mage than just fight through the removal brute force. Polluted Delta gets cracked. We could see a Death Shadow here. Just a swamp, so probably not. Actually, that implies they don't have the Shadow. The opponent getting triple black before double blue is a little odd. They paid life. Is this a Dismember? It's a Dismember. No, maybe. They unpaid life. Now they pay more life. It's a Dismember. Alright, well, we're not snaring that. That does mean we're probably slamming a couple of Delvers. They're almost certainly taking the Delvers anyways, right? We just want to bolt face. I mean, we can't beat Shadow at this point. If they have Death's Shadow, it's going to be a 6-6 because Thoughtseize is going to put them to 7. So we may as well bolt their face and make it 4? Yeah, that becomes 4. Yeah. That seems fine to me. If they have the Shadow in hand, I mean, hey, we're about to get hit by a Shadow. They're probably taking Delver of Secrets, given that I imagine it's the scariest thing here. They took Spell Snare? Okay, then they're just going for Snapcaster Mage stuff. That or they have Push for Days. Here's a Shadow. It's a 9/9? That's fine. 9/9s don't scare me. We play both of these. And I think we play out the Flooded Strand since we're not really pretending we have anything of value anyways. Delver Scry could be good. I mean, it doesn't look good. Let's play this. Go to the opponent. We're probably just dead here. But we might not be. Snapcaster Mage, pretty good. That's going to take out one of the Delvers. That means they're going to swing with both of their creatures. Which means we're going to have to chump. Okay, well if they crack that fetch and we top a Bolt, that's good. Pretty sure we chump the Death's Shadow here. Is there a reason to chump Tasigur instead? Not one that I can think of. Actually, chumping the Shadow is... No, that doesn't matter. I was thinking we can Vapor Snag the Shadow next turn and then bolt them. Oh, wow, Dismember. Okay, well, that's not great. We're gonna go to them, and we're gonna die. I find the Death Shadow matchup to probably be about even, but it's very swingy. Either we crush them or they crush us. Do we even crush them? I don't think we crush them, but I do think we win about half the time. They left. We're going to follow suit. Let's take a look at sideboarding. Kozilek's Return doesn't look good here. Blood Moon does. PZ coming in. Flash Freeze I don't think comes in. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards I'm bringing in? What am I not boarding in here? Am I not boarding in PZ? I am boarding in PZ. Mountain, 3 Blood Moons. Oh, I'm not boarding in the Mountain. That's fair. That's entirely fair. They're looking to Thoughtseize us quite a bit anyways. I could see boarding in the Mountain being good or bad. Let's see. Disrupting Shoal. Does Disrupting Shoal get cut in this version? No, it does not. I think I changed how I sideboard a little bit. I'm not sure. I can actually check the older versions. It looks like I didn't, so I always kept Shoal in. Anyways, let's see what we're cutting. 2 Mandrills. They don't stack up well against those Delve Fatties or most of the Shadows. We're going to cut a Thought Scour. They're going to do a pretty good job of filling our graveyard for us. 1 Forked Bolt, 3 Lightning Bolts. We don't need that many burn spells. Just a couple, usually. And you know what? They're not going to do much if they're not really good. Is that it? Because that looks like it's it. How many 1 CMC blue spells do we have? 16. That's a lot. Okay, so Shell actually looks pretty good here for countering Shadows. I like that. Counters Fatal Push pretty well also. 16 creatures, I like. We want to be threat dense here. Okay, I could roll with this. We're going to be on the play. How is our hand? It looks pretty good. We'll keep. We're going to have a bad Serum Visions, I think, here so that we can keep the threat of Blood Moon live. If we're not playing around Blood Moon, we probably get a breeding pool with this before using the Visions. As is, I kind of want to make Blood Moon at least decent. Tarmogoyf probably really good right now. Huntmaster I don't like so much. Go to the opponent. Opponent thought seizes us. I imagine it's going to be Blood Moon, but maybe not. Maybe they'll just play around it. Them playing around Blood Moon. So do we play out the Peasy? Or do we play out the Goyf? That's a good question, Self. We are getting a basic forest. That's probably the easy part. I want to respect future Blood Moons. I kind of just want to play out the Pyromancer because they know about it. Opponent visions and pushed our Peasy, which is fine. We're kind of telling the opponent how to approach the matchup, but I think that's okay. I believe I just want to slam Goyf here. We can't skip without actually skipping because you can cast EE for 1. Well, we can't really play around Terminate, so there's no need to. Hooting Mandrill's quite nice. Do we scour first or not? That's a good question. Kind of like not scouring first. We have a lot of good card types in our bin, though. Let's scour first. Oh, we also hit a land. Is that relevant at all? I don't think so. I don't think we play this out just for the bolt. But I might cast EE. Just because we can get it down on 1 here. The opponent figured out that we have Mandrills. Okay, so what card types do we not care about? Oh, they saw us mill the Mandrills. Well, that's a lot less cool. Sorry, opponent. 2 more cards, instance easy. They have sorcery, so I guess we can just dump the visions. Play that out. And go to them. Another Terminate. Still not something we could have dealt with. So I hate being in the chat box. Well, we're going to play another Tarmogoyf. This is neat because we keep drawing threats and the opponent just keeps drawing removal. Oh, I was so busy chatting with them, I didn't even see the Street Wraith get discarded. That's kind of funny. Hopefully, they ran out of removal and or Snapcaster Mages. Because we are probably going to run out of threats sometime. How many did we see? This Mandrills we milled. The Visions was milled by the Thought Scour, I believe, as well. The Goyf was taken out. The Mandrills was taken out. The Peasy was taken out. Here's a Collective Brutality, probably combined with a Bolt. I believe this is also going to take a card. Did they do all 3 modes? Which modes? Does it just not tell us which modes? Okay, we got modes here at least. Us, and, well, it's not telling us the modes. That's kind of rude, Brutality. Just in case you were wondering, I mean, I'm assuming they would just go for the discard mode, which they are, but the fact that it doesn't straight up tell us is pretty annoying. They did all 3. That's why we didn't know. This has to be... Oh, it's a Dismember. Okay. We can't crack the EE to save Goyf. Is there anything we can do to save Goyf? We need to put 2 card types in the bin. Land, creature, instant, enchantment. They have sorcery. Sorcery, land, creature, enchantment. Oh, it has -2, -2. That's why. That's why it's a 3/4. It's already at 5/6 level. We're not growing the Goyf. Okay. That took a minute, but we got there. What do we got? It's a Bauble. Okay, that's a redraw. We're not going to crack that until the opponent's turn. I wonder if they just have a Shadow sitting in their hand that they're waiting on a Kolaghan's command to cast. If they're playing out a Shadow, they probably have a second. If this is a Thoughtseize, we're going to bolt them. If this is an Inquisition of Kozilek, we bolt them anyways, right? It's better than just discarding the bolt. If their other card is Shadow, we EE it. Tasigur, obviously much worse for us. Land, okay. So we're both in top deck mode. Bauble, I want to say them. It's not going to matter really either way. They have an Opt on top. They can just fetch, and knowing our top card when we're about to draw it doesn't matter. We have Bolt. We're about to have 2 more cards. Hopefully they're good. I wonder if this actually is a bad matchup. Okay, well those are bad draws. Maybe we're supposed to cut denials. Did I cut any denials? I haven't been cutting counter spells. I kind of want to play out the Foothills. The opponent's asking us if the card on top of their deck is good, and I love doing that. They're going to shuffle away the Opt. So, Tasigur going to finish us off in 4. It's going to be 3 if we crack that Foothills. We probably don't bother cracking the Foothills until we draw something like a Huntmaster. We don't need the mana for a while. Snap Dismember would be great. Okay, 6/7 Goyf with Stubborn Denial up. Alright, so that's probably why we keep Stubborn Denial in the deck. For moments like these. Makes sense to me. I don't know if that actually informs us that Denial is actually good here. They're going to activate Tasigur. That's pretty good. Okay, so we're going to put a non-land card in their hand. It's going to be the worst one, which would be Opt. Yep, that's fine. Serum Visions is slightly better here. We're definitely not giving them a removal spell because we're just hoping that we can fight through removal with the Denial. We are almost certainly going to attack them. We're also probably going to Bolt Face at some point. The opponent fetching here and shocking, that's gotta be a shadow, right? There's no way you don't have a shadow going that low. It's Snapcaster Mage. That's defensible. That is defensible. We're going to flashback a Terminate. That means they don't have a Denial in hand, because if they did, they'd go for Fatal Push. Snaps trigger resolves. This is exciting. These are the parts that I fundamentally enjoy. We're going to counter this. And I think we bolt Snapcaster Mage because that means Goyf gets to eat Tasigur. And I'm pretty sure I want to eat a Tasigur. They don't have attacks. We're going to fetch here. And I honestly kind of want to get the Steam Vents and Shock. Even though that seems so greedy. It's really good if we top deck Huntmaster. You know what? If we top deck Huntmaster, we're probably in a really good place. Wonder if we should have just gotten the breeding pool. We top deck Huntmaster. Well, that's okay. That's okay. There is no need to be upset. Take care of that. Force blocks. Forcing blocks is honestly one of my favorite things in Magic. If the opponent has Death's Shadow plus discard spell, we're going to be in a decent world of hurt. Actually, if they have... Death Shadow doesn't even really bother me because of the EE. Cool. We're in a good spot. I actually think we're in a good spot. If I'm the opponent, I'm probably not playing out that land, but I think we're in a really good spot. Can they beat Goyf plus Huntmaster? Potentially. They could have removal here. They take out Goyf. They get an extra turn. We play Huntmaster. They have something for that. Nice. Nice. Good, clean Magic. Right here. Mid-range mirrors. They're fun. They are fun. 3 mana K-Command. Come on, give me a K-Command. Getting back a Tasigur. We can't fizzle that. Because it targets both cards. Which is a little unfortunate. I would like to fizzle K-Command if I could, but we can't. They also might make us discard, but that seems dreadful. I think they just have to put a Delphatty back in their hand. Do they have a Shadow in the graveyard? That would be so good. They blow up EE. They get back Shadow. We can no longer EE Shadow. They play Shadow. Shadow is a 7/7. Then again, we would just play Huntmaster, but still. That's pretty good. The opponent is thinking about what to get. I don't think it matters which Delphatty they get, because we're just going to run it over with Goyf anyways. Tarmogoyf dies to Fatal Push, but you know what? It's a 2-mana 6/7, so it's kind of okay. Snapcaster Mage is a good choice, actually. Oh, they're making us discard. Okay. That's fair. They're not dealing with EE, but they are going to deal with Tarmogoyf. Us having to discard that Huntmaster makes me pretty sad that we didn't bolt the opponent on their, bolt the Snapcaster Mage on the opponent's end step. At the same time, though, I didn't really like going to 6. I wonder if we should have gone to 6. Makes Huntmaster off the top really good. Tarmogoyf's going to bite the dust. Lightning Bolt is a very live draw here. They went for Visions instead. Why did they do that? Why did they do that? I need to know. So we're probably going to run over a Snapcaster Mage real quick. The opponent gets to draw 2 cards. They didn't notice. That's fantastic. They didn't see the Fatal Push in their graveyard, I guess. Oh, at least they have a sense of humor. That's fantastic. Wow. Okay. So we shouldn't have this Goyf right now. We would be at 6 from the incoming Snapcaster attack, but you know what? Lightning Bolt and Snapcaster Mage and Traverse the Ulvenwald, all still lethal here. EE sitting on 1. That's a blank. I like the opponent going out with style there. That's pretty great. Let's head to game 3. Do I want this mountain? Do I want to board out a stubborn denial? These are the questions we have to ask ourselves. I kind of don't hate boarding out a stubborn denial. Do we do this in the name of science? It makes Disrupting Shoal worse. That's relevant. Do we board out a denial for a Thought Scour? That could be okay. We don't need Thought Scour. Technically, we don't even need Shoal to be that good. Oh, I say this a lot, but Magic is legitimately difficult. Okay. Playing Magic isn't hard. I learned Magic in like 5 minutes having played Yu-Gi-Oh! As a kid. Playing Magic well is one heck of a beast. Okay. What do we do? I like having 16 creatures and 2 Traverse. We have so many threats. How bad is Delver right now? We've got 7 non-creature, non-lands that don't transform it. 21 cards transform Delver. That's probably fine, though. The game's going to go late. Do I want to board out a Stubborn Denial? Oh, man. Can you please go here, Denial? Thank you, Denial. So, we're looking at Mountain, Thought Scour. We've got 16, currently 1 CMC blue card. So, really, we don't need the Scour. How good's the Mountain? We're on the draw. That makes the Mountain seem less appealing. Do I want another Hooting Mandrills? That's something. Then again, Hooting Mandrills sort of just gets wrecked by them having a Delphatty on the board. So maybe I'm fine with not having the Mandrills. In which case, it's Denial, Mountain, Scour. Which is best? If you guys can telepathically send me your thoughts through the internet and into the past, that'd be fantastic. I think we're just going to keep Denial. But they're playing Thoughtseize. Denial's bad against Thoughtseize because they take all of our creatures, and then it does very little. But Mountain isn't doing us a lot of favors here, and neither's Thought Scour. I'm running it back. So, we are here, match 5, game 3, incredible amounts of tension. Are we going to go 1-4, or will we pull out a 2-3 against this Grixis Shadow deck? Find out. I would say immediately, but we're waiting for the opponent to decide if they want to go first. So they're either in the chat, AFK, or they're really strongly considering being on the draw. So I guess it won't be immediate, but I guess after these messages, do we just pull up collection? Let's just go to the collection. Let's take a look at our deck. Rug Delver, that one. So this is our deck. This is what we're playing currently. Can we... the opponent's back. Let's have Pile View for the sideboard, because it fits... Actually, I was going to go into the other view. This is fine. This is the deck for anyone who's interested. We're back, though. It's about sending a message. That's pretty great. This is a keep. It's not the best of keeps, that's for sure. But it is a keep. Mulliganing against Thoughtseize decks hurts a non-zero amount. So if you have a decent hand, usually you want to strongly consider keeping it. And I would say that this hand is all kinds of decent. We've got Blood Moon mana. Well, we don't have Blood Moon mana yet. We've got Blood Moon. We've got Basic Island. The opponent... Okay, so now we have Blood Moon mana. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. I think I'm just gonna slam a Delver here. Gonna pay shock because I want the opponent to be unsuspecting as possible of this Blood Moon. Okay, Serum, are they land light? Did they keep a land light hand? Are they going Turbo Xerox here? Oh my god, they didn't hit their land drop. No, I don't want to show them a Tarmogoyf, but I will slam it because that's fantastic. That gives them more incentive to not Thoughtseize us. And if they don't Thoughtseize us, we probably resolve a Blood Moon, while the opponent has just a Watery Grave in play and is on Grixis Death Shadow. You guys understand the gravity of this situation, right? They found their second land. That's fine. They're going to fetch here. Do they have the discard? That's what I want to know. Gurmag Angler. Play a Gurmag Angler. Delve away your graveyard. You can do it. Push Goyf. That's okay. It's not the worst. It's not the best. We slam Blood Moon as soon as we can, right? It's a Dismember. It's a Dismember, not Thoughtseize, not Thoughtseize. It's an Inquisition. Cat's out of the bag, folks. We can go home. Pack it in. Show's over. No Blood Moon for us. Delver on top. That's perfectly fine. The opponent's at 9. We don't want to cast that right away. We want to cast this. Huntmaster, not the best here. Huntmaster, when we have Traverse coming, not as bad. We just put Traverse on top, though, right? Huntmaster underneath it. Huntmaster on top. Traverse on top. Play this Delver of Secrets. Poke the opponent. Makes Death Shadow better. Don't think that's the worst, though. Does that actually speed up our clock? Not necessarily. It might. We're actually not traversing into Huntmaster with any sort of efficiency. I'm pretty sure we just attempt to dismember that. That feels like the right play. Or do we wait until they untap? He wants us to never flip the Delvers. Well, about that, I don't think we wait to untap. Mostly because these Delvers are transforming. I think we just go for the Dismember immediately. Hopefully they don't have the thing that they need. I don't think we need double blue. I'd rather have Traverse up. If they have another Street Wraith, whoops, they didn't. Alright, let's do this. So now they need to answer both of these, and I think we're just going to Traverse out another Delver of Secrets. Some sort of threat, preferably one we can play immediately, and we don't have double green, so it may as well be a Delver. We're not playing around Kozilek's return by playing this out, so we actually shouldn't have gotten that. I kind of want to play around the Sweeper, just because we are so close to winning. We're almost guaranteed to win this. They basically need the Sweeper. Alright. They didn't have it, so that's good. They scooped. We pulled out the 2-3 against Grixis Death Shadow. Feels good. Doesn't feel like that bad of a matchup. I mean, if you first look at the two decks, it does seem bad. I definitely agree with the opponent. But I think we do a very good job in the sideboard of shoring it up by just having a bunch of cards that are good against mid-range. And in game 1, we can just steal games with Bolt. We also main deck Dismember and Vapor Snag, which is certainly relevant. I like it. I think the matchup is probably around even. I feel like it's slightly better for us, but you know what? It might be slightly better for them. That really doesn't matter because, I mean, it technically matters, but at the same time, it's such a small difference with such a small sample size, so really it doesn't. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video and watching us pull out the 2-3. No 1-4s on this channel. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you in the next one.